Welcome to Adapt NCLEX. Today we're going to talk about respiratory pharmacology, cough medication. Most students miss these cough medication questions on the NCLEX because they memorize names instead of understanding one rule. And I'll show you exactly how to never miss these questions again. They are straightforward. I'm going to give you key concept. We're going to use 10 questions to show you how to identify them, and you never miss a question again. Let's get to it. This is the first question. How do you answer questions regarding respiratory pharmacology, cough medication? You have to classify them. Is it antitussive? Is it expectorant? And is it what? Mucolytic? And then there's miscellaneous medication. Every question, I'm going to show you strategy how to find the individual information to use the question and use it to answer the question. Which client statement indicates the medication is working as indicated? That's the keyword. Which one indicate what? That the medication is working. So you underline it, working. A nurse is caring for a client prescribed what? Dextromethorphan for a non-productive cough. That's the key. Dextromethorphan, non-productive cough. I'm guiding you. Which one indicate is working? My mucus is thinner and easier to cough up. I am coughing less frequently. My oxygen saturation has improved. My chest congestion has cleared. Stop the video. Let me know which answer choice you pick. Think about it. I've given you the buzzword. That's the one I'm going to use to answer the question. Working, number one, dextromethorphan, number two, and the non-productive cough. Everything is in the question. I know you pick an answer. Which one did you pick? This is the way it should be. We have non-productive cough, right? What medication would you use? Dextromethorphan. What is dextromethorphan? It's antitussive. What is antitussive? To stop you from coughing. So if I'm stopping you from coughing, what would the patient say? That's all. If the medication is working, my mucus is thinner. The thing said antitussive, prevent you from coughing. Mucus, it doesn't break down your mucus. It doesn't make it smaller or it doesn't make it thinner. Wrong answer. I am coughing less frequently. Oh, that sounds like less cough. I'm stopping you from coughing. My oxygen saturation has improved. This is a trap, NCLEX trap. This is what the NCLEX will put there. So write it down. It's a trap. We are not talking about oxygen. The question says whether the medication is working. It's going to do what it's designed to do, to stop you from coughing. It has nothing to do with oxygen. My chest congestion has cleared. Well, it's not going to do that. It's not breaking mucus in your chest. The question say non-productive cough. These are trap questions. I put in number one so that you can see when you're answering questions, you don't just jump the gun. We are not talking about congestion secretion that we got to get rid of. Patient is not coughing anything. Therefore, the right answer, I know you picked the right answer, is B. And that's what we're going to do throughout the case. And this is reviewing medication for a client with pneumonia, one word, with what? A productive cough. That's the second thing. Now the cough is productive. Which medication should the nurse question? That means, what do? Guaifenesin, acetylcysteine, dextromethorphan, albuterol. In order to answer this question, you got to go for the keywords. But stop the video. That's the way you can learn from my video. Answer the questions on your own. Then listen to me how I approach it. Which answer choice you pick? I know you picked the right answer. This is the way you should break down the question. Everything is in the question. Which medication should the nurse question? I'm going to question that medication. And nurse is reviewing medication for a client with what? Pneumonia. Is pneumonia. And what is he doing? Productive cough. You're making too much secretion. I got to help you to cough out. That's all. I got to help you to cough it out. Therefore, any medication that suppresses you is bad. You have productive cough. Let me help you clear out your chest, your congestion, so that when I listen to you, it's much better. Is guaifenesin used to clear secretion or suppresses it? Is acetylcysteine used to clear secretion or suppresses it? Is dextromethorphan clear secretion or suppresses? Does albuterol even clear secretion? Albuterol open the airway, so you know that one is gone. Now, which one do you think is what suppresses you? Something that suppresses you is antitussive. Which one is an antitussive? We saw the answer. The first question, we saw an antitussive. Even if you don't know guaifenesin or acetylcysteine, at least you should remember acetylcysteine. We use it in what cystic fibrosis to break down secretion. That's how you can put these together. Therefore, we're not going to question this one. We saw dextromethorphan is a cough suppressant. That's what we use in most of cough medication to suppress issue. Therefore, that's the right answer. We're going to pick guaifenesin is used to break down your secretion so that you can cough it out. Therefore, this is our right answer. You see, antitussive, we have to question it. Now, a nurse is teaching a client about guaifenesin. I've already given you the idea. This is designed to teach you. I don't want to trap you. I want you to learn. I will attach a video I made about this a few weeks ago on what? Cough medication. And you can watch it, listen to it, and then you can watch this video again and answer it. But it will be linked to this video. What is the question? A nurse is teaching a client about guaifenesin. Which instruction should the nurse include? First, underline guaifenesin and tell yourself what does guaifenesin does. And if you know that, your answer choice will pop out like a candy. Limit fluid intake while taking this medication. Take this medication at bedtime only. Increase oral fluid while taking this medication. Report dry mouth immediately. Second, the strategy I've told you are to answer question, go for the buzzword. And when you get a buzzword, try to figure out if you know something about it. He said, which you should include. Okay, about what? Guaifenesin. We're talking about respiratory cough pharmacology medication. NCLEX respiratory cough pharmacology medication. Which class would you put guaifenesin? That's all. What do you think is guaifenesin? That's all. If you put it in that group, then you know you can find the answer. And I told you in the second question is an expectorant, help you clear secretion, mostly thinner secretion, not the thick one. So it's for thinner secretion. Therefore, which one should you include? If I'm clearing my secretion, well, I need something to help me clear the secretion. Limit fluid intake. This is a strategy how to answer question. If you look at these answer choice, limit fluid intake and increase fluid intake, something should tell you one of them is the right answer. This is test-taking strategy. I have two things opposite to each other. I'm going to cancel D and B because of what? I have two things opposite. They both cannot be wrong. One has to be right. Therefore, which one do you think is right? If I'm going to break down your secretion, I need water. And which one I said you can take water? C said you can take water. Therefore, test-taking strategy, C is your right answer. This is how you do questions when you get stuck. Which finding require immediate nurse action, prioritization, risk reduction. We got to prevent injury. And nurse is what? Monitoring a client receiving codeine for cough suppression. There's a key word in the question, cough suppression. And I need immediate action. That means we got to do something. We got to do risk reduction. This is what we call rescue what? Thinking. You have not get there yet, but it's going to cause, if you don't do anything, you're going to lead to what? Rescue thinking. Now we're doing risk reduction. Drowsiness, nausea, constipation, respiratory uptake. This is what codeine suppresses your cough, right? But it's one of those sedative one. That's why most people like dextromethorphan, sedative one. Therefore, the major one effect it has is your respiratory aspect of it. You can get a little bit drowsy. You can call constipation because it's opiate, but number one is respiratory. This one is bad. Number 5, what is your score so far? Let me check in with you. What are you doing? I know you get 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5, and we're on the 5th question. Therefore, based on the strategy I've taught you, you know you can figure out number 5, which assessment finding indicates the medication is effective. Once again, go for the buzzword. Effectiveness means I need to know something about the medication. A nurse is administering acetylcysteine to a client with what? Thick pulmonary secretion. I try to give you enough information so that you can say, oh, I don't know what is going on. I'm giving you acetylcysteine. You have thick pulmonary what? Secretion. That is what is useful. Therefore, how would I know is effective? Decrease cough, thinner, easier to get rid of, increase oxygen saturation immediately, and reduce wheezing. You see, there's a bunch of traps there. Don't fall for them. Just go for the buzzword. Just because you saw wheezing doesn't mean you got to pick it. Patient has pneumonia, but what is the problem? The medication is getting rid of the secretion, not about wheezing, because it does not affect your airway. It's not Abudro. Don't pick it. It's not going to affect your saturation too much because it's not opening your airway. That is when, if you improve your secretion, it's a secondary, not initial effect of that medication. Is what? Acetylcysteine is a mucolytic. It's going to break the secretion and you're going to have a bunch of secretion. Therefore, which ones do you think is the right answer? It's not decreasing your cough because we want to get rid of your cough. Therefore, it will make it thinner and easy to get rid of. You see how, if you break the question down, this is not that difficult. Pharmacology, you should know. 10 of them, I want you to match them. When you see them, never miss a cough medication again. On the NCLEX or ATI or SE, whatever you're taking, you can use the same information to take it. And next, prepare to what? Administer acetylcysteine via nebulizer. I just told you it's a mucolytic. That's what NCLEX will ask you. That's what nursing school will ask you. That's the same thing ATI will ask you. Acetylcysteine is a mucolytic, which action is the most appropriate. This is prioritization. This is a secondary thinking. NCLEX will give you this, and one is figure out if you know the content, not just memorizing the medication. Administer an antitussive first, right? Have suction equipment available. Reduce fluid intake. Place the client in the supine position. Which one you think is most appropriate? Even if you don't know the answer choice, something should help you figure out the wrong one. Think about it. Acetylcysteine. Which answer choice will you pick? Just stop the video. Pick one. And then before you pick, think about it. Think about the situation. The nurse is about to give acetylcysteine nebulizer. What is the most appropriate? I know you lock in your answer, and let me give you the rationale. If I'm going to give you acetylcysteine, I ask myself, what is it? It's a mucolytic. It's used to break down thick secretion to make it thinner. So if you have a thick secretion like that, if I make it thinner, I will have a bunch of secretion, tiny ones. This is why you don't use it in asthma patient. They will go into bronchospasm. Therefore, why would I suppress your cough? You already have secretion. If I suppress your cough, you can get rid of it. You can aspirate. This is bad. Hey, if you have a bunch of secretion, I got to help you get rid of. You see, I have a suction available. Why do you have to restrict fluid? You need the fluid to clear it out. This is gone. Why would I put you in the supine position if you're going to have a bunch of secretion? I thought about these questions when I make them so that you can also think about it. You say, oh, these are traps. You know, we need suction. And then she said, educating parent of a toddler with a cough. The baby has a cough. It's a toddler. Which statement by the parent indicate understanding? This is a classic NCLEX question. It's a safety question. Safe medication administration in pediatric patient. Once again, safe medication administration in pediatric. This is what they will ask you. It's a toddler. We make a mistake about this all the time. Which one indicate understanding? We will give over-the-counter cough syrup as needed. Is that acceptable? Cough medication are safe for all children. Is that true? We should avoid cough suppressant unless prescribed. Is that true? Honey is safe for infant. Of course, it's not safe. Anybody less than 1 year old cannot get it. But the question is asking you cough. No baby, no toddler should get cough medication unless it's prescribed. That's a warning. No brainer, right? A client taking dextromethorphan, we saw it, that's the first question. Know what it is, right? Also take sertraline. That's what the NCLEX will ask you. This is a classic NCLEX question. You may see this every time. If you go take any Q banks, you have this kind of question because it's a strategy question. It's a critical thinking. Dextromethorphan and sertraline, there's something unique about them. The next you monitor for which adverse effect: serotonin syndrome, hypoglycemia, renal toxicity, bradycardia. This is not a difficult question. It's a strategic question. It's a thinking question. It's a recall question, so that when you see one medication, you say, something should pop into your mind. Something should click. I'm taking sertraline and I'll be giving dextromethorphan. The best way to answer this question, which one would you pick? If you are taking the exams and this is your first question, put it down in the comment and let me know. And tell me I master it, number 8. But sertraline is what? Antidepressant. What kind of antidepressant? Serotonin. It increases your serotonin. Unfortunately, dextromethorphan also increases your serotonin. So if you have 2 serotonin, you develop serotonin syndrome. Don't fall for bradycardia. Don't worry about it. Pay attention to the medication I've given you. And if you know one of them, you know every time they give you SSRI, don't overthink it. You know that the question is going to be serotonin syndrome. It's that straightforward. Dextromethorphan can increase serotonin level, and this can lead to that. And this is selecting the medication for a client with what? Thick, 1, productive sputum, 1. Well, it's very thick and it's productive. That means you got to help them clear it. Don't suppress it. That's the concept. Every question you see, that's the concept I give you. The thick secretion and productive. So help me clear it. This is how you master pharmacology. Which medication is most appropriate? Benzoate, right? Dextromethorphan, Guaifenesin, and what? Codeine. Which one you think is the most appropriate? That's all. The secretion, help me clear it. Well, help me get rid of it. Benzoate are usually not, they are what? Antitussive. They suppresses your cough. We use them as laxatives. This is the one you put in your mouth. You don't chew it. That's the key. Don't chew benzoate because they will cause reaction. You're supposed to suck on it, and it suppresses your cough. A thick secretion, which should help you clear it. Therefore, that is gone. Dextromethorphan, same thing. It's an antitussive. This question put all of the 3, 4 major groups that I want you to know about. Dextromethorphan suppresses your cough. Therefore, we don't need it. Guaifenesin, break it down. It's an expectorant. So we will help you break it down. Codeine usually also suppresses you and is sedative. Therefore, we're going to give you guaifenesin. And the last one, and this is caring for 4 clients, right? Receiving cough medication. Which one? We don't know. It doesn't matter. A client, which client should the nurse assess first? So who do we assess first? Client taking guaifenesin with mild nausea, is that a major problem? Ask yourself, if you take guaifenesin, you have nausea, is this something I should intervene if I have 1 second, right? Client taking codeine, who is drowsy, is codeine the side effect? The drowsiness, is it the side effect of codeine? And is the patient in distress? Is the patient dying right now? This is it. You have to select one prioritization. This is not a rescue question, right? This is not a risk reduction. You just want to prioritize. A client taking acetylcysteine with increased sputum. If you take acetylcysteine, your secretion will increase. Client taking dextromethorphan with hallucination, central nervous system problem, bad problem, bad problem. I know which one you pick. Put it down. You can see number 4 is the right answer. 10 questions, English practice question, pharmacology, respiratory pharmacology for the NCLEX, right? Talking about all the 4 cough medication: antitussive, benzoate, expectorant, and antitussive, including mucolytic. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, just click on the like button, subscribe to Adapt NCLEX for more content for your pharmacology and English practice. Thank you for watching. Good luck in your exams. And I know you master these NCLEX questions and answers, NCLEX review questions, and NCLEX practice questions. Take care of yourself.